What we face in America is 14 years of sustained combat. We have over 2 million veterans in our society. We're losing 22 to 23 a day to suicide. We're not talking about single vehicle accidents. We're not talking about prescription drug overdose or death by police. So we're losing 9 to somewhere 12,000 a year, men and women, to suicide. That's an important generation to guide our nation forward. We've decided we can't tolerate that. We have to find a better model. Myself, after 22 years of combat, of service, I retired and went to Australia to get as far away from America as I possibly could. And I slowly crumbled. Went inside myself. Survival guilt. Pain. Could not get out of my head, so I self-medicated. I'd say I was as close to an alcoholic as you'll find. Tried to kill myself. Couldn't even do that. So I was on the way down. Nothing was working. I'd been to the VA system. They want to give you 25 different prescriptions. Prescriptions weren't working. Counseling wasn't working. I couldn't sleep. I could go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days without rest. You have to be able to find a way to reach us inside ourselves. Because when we lay down, we don't sleep. We live it over and over and over. You can't go forward. If you can't rest, your brain doesn't work. There's no focus. There's no concentration. It's hard to reach a modality. So it's hard for our learned men, our psychologists, our psychoanalysts, our neurologists to be able to look at us and figure out a way to reach us. If we can't focus, we can't concentrate, and we can't accept. I got introduced to transcendental meditation. It required no belief system. I didn't have to do anything. I found a very simple, innocent, natural, effortless technique whereby I could achieve deep rest, 20 minutes twice a day. And during that time, my mind gained coherence, clarity, and I slowly came back to myself. That provided me an opening to be able to walk a path back to healing again and experience post-traumatic growth. So currently I'm the executive director at Boulder Crest Retreat, which is the United States', I guess I would say, I like to call ourselves the premier Veterans Wellness and Retreat Center. And we look after our veterans. We provide ourselves a PATH program, Progressive Alternative Therapies for Healing Heroes. And what we found is the standard medical model does not address all of our needs. The first thing we have to be able to do is open ourselves up to be able to accept this. What we found was transcendental meditation allowed us to get the deep rest, to open our hearts and open our minds, to accept the other treatments that were required to help us to heal ourselves. So I would implore you and your country to look after your veterans, your nation's greatest resource. And thank you for wanting to come here to find ways to help them. It's just not the physical disabilities that are obvious to everyone. It's what's happening within them. This is where you have to be able to reach them. A lot of that is being able to help them transition back into their communities. Because what you'll find with a lot of our soldiers that have post-traumatic stress disorder is not everyone had a very happy childhood. So a lot of times we take trauma into the military because we're looking for stability, we're looking to connect, we're looking for family. And in the military we find a brotherhood, unlike any other brotherhood in the world. And then we leave that brotherhood and we go back into society and we lose that brotherhood and we lose our family a second time and we have to transition back into our communities. It's very hard to do because we lose ourselves and we need to be reconnected. So I would challenge you to look at a whole concept, an integrative concept. And the first thing is to open them up. Open your veterans' hearts and their minds up so they can reconnect mind, body, and soul. Thank you for coming.
Я хотів би надати слово Ешлі Дінсу, віце-президенту Всесвітньої організації науковців за мир, Сполучені Штати Америки.
So it's a great pleasure to be here today. I'd like to thank Slava Glavorsky, for the president of the David Lynch Foundation in Ukraine, for helping to arrange for us to come and talk to this wonderful conference, which is going to really help to heal the individuals suffering from PTSD. And as I've said here, we're going to present today an innovative approach to rehabilitation for the individual, for the nation, and for the world. So what I'd like to do is, firstly, I'm going to talk about transcending and its necessity for rehabilitation and relief from PTSD. I'm going to talk about brain development